Hello guys, I'm G here. Good day to everyone. I hope everybody's doing well. Anyway, today guys, I've have a special request from a friend of mine, and not from Jamaica, because this recipe is more from Barbados, Trinidad, Grenada, the eastern part. It's a form of pickling, folks. Yeah, we do it back home, but it's on a different level. And I think this thing has been done from slavery days, because back in the days, the slave just get the foot of all the chicken foot, the pig feet, and cow feet. That's what they were allowed to consume. So they make the best of it. And one of the things they did, they tried to preserve it, and the way of preserving it, how they used to do it, is by pickling or salt. And this is a pigfoot one. This is a pigfoot. It's called pigfoot. It's called Souse, and this is a pigfoot one. You can do it with chicken feet, you can do it with cow feet, and you can also do it parts of pork or other part of animal. But this particular person, they love the pig feet one. So today we're gonna be doing pig feet Souse. So folks, the pig feet you can get in the store now, buy, and when you buy it, you can get it cut up like this, because you're not gonna do it all. This is about 3 pig feet here, right? And I bought these cut up already. So when you get them home, folks, all you gotta do is to clean them up properly. Make sure there's no ear or anything on them, and wash them down properly in some lemon. So I have a lot of lemon here right now. I'm gonna pour in it. And how this is done, after I wash it, I'm gonna season it up with some garlic, some onion, some thyme, and put it to cook. Not cook to get too mushy, but cook just to a right consistency. And so the first part here, I just thought I'd show you how to clean it up, because in every meat you do, folks, it should be always cleaned properly and washed. So I'm gonna wash this down with some lemon and salt, a little bit of salt. So I have a few lemon. So I'm just I like to squeeze out my lemon and get all the juice too. So we're gonna wash this down properly. I always let it soak down a couple minutes in the lemon juice and some water with a little bit of salt. Then I wash it. Then I just wash it off and season it up. So it's not gonna be seasoned like intense season like when you do. Some people just put it to boil after they wash it. Some people don't put anything on it, because it's when you do that vinaigrette now, that's where a lot of the seasoning gonna come in. And one of the main ingredients in it, I'll show you later on. And like I said, it's a popular Trinidadian, Guyanese, Grenadian, Barbadian. I think it's done in Jamaica now. I think people do it now. Oh, the main one we do is saltfish sauce. We can do the saltfish one, and I do that. We might not call it sauce, but by a different name. But I've done that up there, and it's almost the same technique, with it. But that one is a very nice one too, the saltfish. So like I said, this is popular in the eastern islands, more than Jamaica, so everything is picked up now in Jamaica these days. So it's there. So I've done this a few times, and several times. I've done it quite a few times, and I've done the chicken feet one, and the cow feet, but the pig feet pork one, I think, is more popular, because that don't go with a couple of my friends. I have couple Trini friends, and that's what they want me to do. Put up there, they bring the feet, and I'm just gonna do it. And mind you guys, I learned from them. They're the one who teach me how to make it. Okay, over the years, so they want me to do it today. And so I put some salt and the lemon juice is in it. So basically, I'm gonna wash it off. So even this part, folks, if you see like any ear or anything there, just clean it off, because you don't want to eat pig feet with hair on it. No meat with hair on it. So it's best to clean it off. So I'm gonna put this to soak for a bit in the lemon juice. I give it about 10 minutes soaking, and then wash it off properly. I'm just gonna let it soak in the salt water and lemon juice. I give it for about 10 minutes to just soak off, because a lot of these meat have that meaty smell, and it's in our culture we have to wash our meat, and one of the main ways to wash our meat is with either vinegar, lime, lemon, and a little bit of salt. If you don't have anything but you have your salt, you go for the salt. Because salt is one of the best way to get rid of well, we call it rawness. We get the rawness from the meat, and also get some of the slime from the meat also. Okay, so it's soaking there right now, folks. So I'm gonna give it 15 minutes, and when we come back, I'll have it ready to cook. Okay, so we will be back shortly. Okay. Okay guys, I'm back, and this is properly washed, cleaned up with lemon, lime, and a little bit of vinegar. And I'm gonna add some garlic. Don't have to cut up big, just gonna some garlic and ginger to it. And I'm gonna put an onion in it with some thyme. And you don't have to pressure cook it, folks. I see people pressure cook it, but you know, pig feet to me cook very fast. It don't take a long time. Unlike the cow feet, now that's one I would pressure if I'm doing. So right now I'm just gonna add some onion. They don't have to cut in any particular way. And you know, this has got a flavor in the meat, because it's gonna be like boiling right now. So I put some garlic, some ginger, and I'm gonna add some thyme. And I also had some, if you say, scallion, because you want to flavor it, because you know what, this is going to be a pickle, right? So you want to, I see some people just like I said, folks, just boil it like that. Well, you know, like they said, to each his own, you know. But then some other people, I know they wash it properly and you know, put a little bit of seasoning. So I'm just going to put a little bit of black pepper on it. And not too much salt, because within that vinaigrette I'm gonna be adding salt. So not a lot of salt in it right now. Okay, just a bit. I'm gonna add some thyme, because it's not in the sense that you're gonna season it up with just about everything and brown it up and cook it down, because pig foot can also be stew, folks. You stew it down, you cook it up well with all your seasoning, and cook it down with bean. You know, that's a very nice way to. But this what I'm saying, because back in the day, for these slaves, folks, and this is coming from slavery, you know, because back then they had no meat to eat, only parts of the meat. And funny enough, the slave master didn't realize that these parts, especially the cow feet, having so much collagen in it. No wonder those guys were so strong, you know. And this is where a lot of collagen is in the feet of all, you know, meat. So especially the cow feet and pig feet and the chicken feet. So what the slave master thought he was doing, he was depriving the slave. Because they eat all the meat and all the cream and everything, and they end up with gout and all that. Most slave masters don't live to be 40 years old, folks. So in a sense, you know, they thought they were screwing the slave, right? But they're the one who eating all of that fat and that cream and end up with looking. If you see some of them in the pictures, how horrible they look. You know, so I put some thyme in it, and I'm just gonna mix it together, and then I'm just gonna put it on, and this should cook it on the two, you know, that's not gonna take a long time to cook. Just gonna add some water to it, and it should cook it maybe about 1.5 to 2 hours. And folks, I'm gonna put it on and let it cook. It's gonna cook pretty fast, but I'll give it about you know, about an hour or so. It's not hard to cook. So folks, that's gonna be covered down, and that's gonna be cooking. And I turn the stove on. So when we come back in the next hour or so, that will cook, and I'll get it cool and get the vinaigrette ready. Okay, so I'll be back, guys, I'm back, and we are doing the pickling right now. And so folks, what is really entailed here, we're going to use some onion. And folks, this is the main ingredient in it. It's called shadow benny. You could get this into most produce store, but you also get it into South American store, Hispanic store, and it's called, I think they call it a different name, okay, but you will see it. So this is everything in it, folks, shadow benny. So what I did, my friend taught me how to do it. I ground up a little bit of the shadow benny and some celery one side already, and that's gonna add to the water. So now we gotta cut up some celery, and the celery cutting up is the part that has the leaf on it. So the shadow benny, I'm not gonna be using all of this, but I just thought I'd show you. So we have shadow benny, we have some green onion, some chopped garlic, some parsley, and the pepper, folks, we're using red, green, and gold hot peppers. So 3 different pepper there because the folks, they like a lot of heat. Okay, so I'm gonna chop up the shadow benny right now, and I'm using a purple honey, but you could use any honey, it doesn't really matter, white or purple, or you could use both. So this is the main ingredients in it, folks. This is what give it this. If you doesn't have this, folks, the closest thing I could say is use some cilantro, you know. That's come close to this, but honestly, folks, it's best you get the real thing, and this is shadow benny. And this is more familiar with, like I said, Trinidad, Barbados, Grenada, and all the other islands than Jamaica. You know, I think we start using a lot of it right now, these stuff, you know, because everybody traveling and hooking up and so, but it's basically Guyana, Barbados, Trinidad, and places like that. Shadow benny is popular, but I start using it a while when I was introduced to a friend of mine from Trinidad. And guys, in all my dishes is shadow benny, and it give it a nice flavor, especially we have pork. So what we did, folks, okay, this is the pig feet that's finished cooked. And what I did, it cooled down. I rinsed it off several times, and it's cool right now and nice. So we're just making the vinaigrette right now. So like I said, I have celery. I just chop up a few more. Oh, and one of the next thing too is cucumber. I have the cucumber there, folks. Gotta chop that up. Oh, I mean slice it up, not chop it up. Okay, so folks, I am just gonna throw everything as soon as I cut it up in the pickle. And I have lime juice and lemon. I'm using both. I use the lime juice, and I'll use a couple slices of lemon just for when I find the lime juice, give it a nice flavor. So I squeeze the lime juice there. That's gonna add on to it. So folks, so this is where I'm gonna make the vinaigrette. So I'm gonna throw in the some celery that I chopped already. All of this, the shadow benny, the garlic, and we're using a lot of about 3 Scotch bonnet pepper, red, green, and gold. And you know, they're cut for everybody who's eating this. They love to eat, so you know, I don't have to omit anything in this dish because folks, they love the heat in this. And you know, you're doing pork, and so you wanna eat it up. So that's that right there. And let me just chop the onions, and I'm using some. Could use both onion if I like. We'll see. But the red, you know, I'm looking for like sort of color wise to brighten it up. So, and I find with the pink, with the red onion. I tell you, folks, our ancestors, they were very creative about their own survival. That's why I said, I don't know what they're talking about, depopulation, because folks, we are a survivor, you know. And this is what the ancestors come up with back in the day, and this is a slavery dish from back in the day. Yeah. And it's pickling. Because that was a very good way to preserve things, you know. Okay. Lots of garlic and all of that. I'm going to do the cucumbers now. That's enough onion. Use both. Okay, so I'm just going to do the cucumbers, and folks, these are organic cucumbers. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to peel off, and the other half I'm just going to keep in the skin. And you cut your cucumbers very thinly, very thin. I'm gonna sort of give it a little bit of design with my fork here. and you cut it up very thin. And once this soak up in all of that goodness, folks, it's going to be so beautiful. See, give it a little bit of design. And the cucumbers in that vinaigrette taste so nice, folks. So beautiful. Okay, so I'm adding the cucumbers. And folks, if you look right at this, you know, this is very healthy. A lot of vegetable, you know. So the ancestors, they know what they were doing to survive. Big them up. Okay, and this one, the pepper on the board is so hot, folks. I use 3 Scotch bonnet pepper, red, green, and a gold. These up very fine. There's all the cucumbers, and I think that's everything. I'm just gonna get the cracked black pepper, and I'm using some Himalayan salt in it. And I'll just add the lime juice. So folks, that's it right there. And this is the rest of the shadow belly that I did in a little bit of. I'm gonna add the cold water to this and add it to it. I'm just getting the cold water. Really cold water, folks. I'm gonna put the shadow belly and a little of the celery. Let me get some black pepper and salt, and because like I said, folks, I seasoned it up already to cook it, and the pickle is what gonna give it that taste. Okay, some cracked black pepper. Okay. And you could use sea salt or any salt you like. I'm just using some Himalayan salt, pink salt, and you know, we put some salt in the pig feet when we're cooking it, so you have to make sure that's taste to make sure everything is. Take a little bit more. I'm gonna add a little bit of spices to it. So folks, basically that's it right there, and we're gonna put it together. Sorry about that, folks. I just had to check something. Okay, so now as they say, the pièce de resistance. I'm gonna wrap it up over here. Okay, I'm just gonna bring the camera and everything over here and do it on the spot. It's not a very hard dish to do once you have everything prepared. Okay, so we're gonna wrap it up over here. So very good. And this is the pig feet here. And I think this one is bigger, so we're just gonna add the pieces of pig feet to it. And then mix up everything. Maybe you could add some more water. Let's see. And you don't want to cook your pig feet till it gets soft and saggy, folks. You know, just barely falling off the bone. Because then that won't have a good, yeah, just barely falling off the bone. I'm going to add a little bit more water to it. Because that's what people, and this is eaten for breakfast, folks. In most, because my friend, Grenadian friend, there's a bakery close by, and he will go and get his fresh baked bread, and he just dip, because it's not even the meat is the main thing, folks. It's the sauce, you know, and he will just put that thing in his head and drink it, you know. So the meat is good, but it's all about the sauce in it, and that's drink. That's drunk. So he just dip his bread into it and eat it. And this is eaten for breakfast. I've seen any, you know, Grenadian, Trinidad and Bajan sauce for breakfast. So folks, that's Bigfoot sauce right there. And let me just taste and see. Wow, folks, that is Bigfoot sauce. And let's see. This is how it's done. Just plate a nice bowl. So this you normally, once it's done, you leave it in the fridge for a couple of hours to really get, you know, let the meats set into all that beautiful sauce. So this you, when you make it, you just, or if you go, say you're gonna do something today, make it overnight and leave it in the fridge, and that's beautiful. So this is Bigfoot sauce, and they will just make a plate like this, and make sure you get a lot of the sauce in it, a lot of cucumbers and onion in it. This is like a meal all together right here, folks. You know, lots of cucumbers there, and if you want to slice a piece of lime or lemon and stick at the side of it, but there's a lot of lime juices in it, because that's what keeps it, you know. And guys, the pepper and the garlic and everything is just wow. So guys, this is my friend request here of pig feet sauce. And like I said, you can do they do the chicken one too. You do the cow foot one, but I think the pig feet one is so popular because, you know, pork is so popular, folks, you know. So folks, That is it right there. Pig feet sauce. And that could be eaten for breakfast. You have a nice bowl of that for breakfast. Pig feet sauce right there, folks. So please like, share, and subscribe to the channel, folks, and give it a shot. Who never tried sauce before. And like I say, you can make it with many different meat, even just the plain pork. You could get, you know, slices of pork and just cut it up, and same way I would do it, season up and cook it, and then you just pickle it down. So it doesn't have to just be say just the pig feet or the because I've seen the pork been done otherwise also. You got pieces of pork and especially like pork shoulder, and you cut it up, and the same procedure, season it, wash it properly, season it up, and you just cook it, and then you do your pickle and you have your sauce there. So folks, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I hope you enjoy this video. Evelyn, big yourself up. Marie and Mello, big up. Deacon, big up yourself. Everybody else, big up yourself, okay? And have yourself a wonderful day. And go try this Pigfoot's house, okay? Peace.